Micah and Mary Beth, we may be 3,000 miles away, separating Los Angeles to New York City. But still tonight, even in just the last few minutes, we've seen families come out, sit, pray, even cry, pay their respects here in Beverly Hills. And I'll show you this beautiful memorial in just a moment. But first, here's a look at how Southern California and the nation paid their respects to the 3,000 lives lost 22 years ago today.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray.
In Beverly Hills, a choir not yet alive when the country was attacked on September 11th, 2001, performed as people gathered to pause and reflect.
Now more than ever, it is essential for communities like ours in Beverly Hills to continue to foster a spirit of unity, vigilance, and strength. Let us ensure that the legacy of 9/11 is not just one of sorrow, but resilience in the face of evil.
Gives them a little bit more of an understanding of what we went through.
LA Fire Department Captain Robert Cordobes was at Ground Zero 22 years ago. He and other first responders spoke at the Nixon Library in Yorba Linda to fulfill our nation's promise to never forget.
When they went from the rescue to recovery, that's a little more difficult for us because now it's kind of like we're not looking into saving lives anymore.
The further we get away from it, the more we need to remember the events of that day. Most importantly, for the lives lost on that day, to make sure we never forget them. But most importantly, beyond that, is to never repeat them. We want to make sure that the process we put in place since 9/11 stay robust so we can help keep our communities and our nation safe.
In Malibu, the Waves of Flags display returned to the campus of Pepperdine University. Each of the nearly 3,000 flags represent a victim of the attacks, including Pepperdine student Colton Cherry's father.
Colton Cherry was only a year old when his father died on 9/11. And so this year, we invited him to plant the first flag when we raised the display. And today he will lay the last flag in memory of his father. We want to honor Colton's family and as a representative of so many families who are continue mourning.
Bells tolled at Ground Zero, and moments of silence were held to observe the time each hijacked plane struck the World Trade Center towers and when they fell.
Andrew Anthony Abate.
Relatives also read aloud the victims' names. Vice President Kamala Harris was among those who attended the somber service. At the Pentagon, military leaders gathered to honor the 184 lives lost there on 9/11.
Every day since, the United States has demonstrated that we would never bow to fear.
General Mark Milley, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, and the First Lady paid homage at the annual ceremony. President Biden observed the anniversary from Alaska on his way home from a trip to India and Vietnam.
But we'll never forget that when faced with evil and an enemy who sought to tear us apart, we endured. We endured.
And here on Rexford in front of Beverly Hills City Hall, you're looking at a replica of the Twin Towers that overlook a structural member of the World Trade Center site. That's what they're calling this historic steel artifact here in Beverly Hills. There are so many details about this memorial that make it so beautiful, Micah and MB. There's a pentagon shape around the base of this steel. There's also a field of green to represent the lives lost in Pennsylvania. Also an artifact from Flight 77 along with the captain's insignia wings. It's one of many beautiful places people stopped to pay their respects. Like I mentioned, families were here just before 10 o'clock tonight to pray. They were quietly speaking among one another. A few tears were shed on such a fateful day in our nation's history. There are so many opportunities for people to stop and remember. In Beverly Hills, Samantha Cortese, KTLA 5 News.
Samantha